Okay. All right. So welcome, everyone. So let's come inside. Let's close our eyes and come inside. Just let all of the sensory stimulation that's outside, send it away and bring all of your attention, your awareness to your breath. I have been thinking of what animal I would want to be if I was given that choice to be an animal. And I thought I'd want to be a bird so I could fly. And so you're in luck because we're going to do a little flying tonight. In our yoga class, we're going to explore some of our bird poses to help us to fly, to help us see above the din, to see the bigger picture, to broaden our awareness. And when you inhale, feel the journey that your breath makes as it passes through your nostrils, fills your lungs, and how your whole body changes when you exhale. That's the part of your breath that helps you to relax thoroughly and fully. So follow your breath and let it go. After your next exhale, return to your natural rhythm of breathing and open up your eyes. I need some light here. Okay. All right. So let's begin with a side body stretch. So walk your right hand away from your hips, palm is flat. Send your left arm over to the right, bend your right elbow so that your shoulder is away from your ear and it's not scrunching up. Inhale and then exhale, place your left hand forward of your right knee and bring both hands into parallel. So you're on straight arms, you're looking forward over your right knee. You can inhale with straight arms and exhale, bend your elbows and bow over your knee. Inhale, straight arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale and exhale. Straight arms. Slide your fingers to your knee, left hand on right knee. Right arm behind you for support. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale, get taller. Feel the crown of your head reaching up for the sky. And when you're empty of breath, maybe you can twist a little bit more. Inhale both arms alongside your ears and turn back to center. Bring your arms down by your side. Send your arms behind you, interlace your fingers, place your knuckles on the mat behind you, and just a little press into the mat, little baby back bend. Just feel your heart opening up a little bit. Then release your arms and send your right arm to the left. And feel the stretch on your right side body. Remember to bend that elbow so your shoulder moves away from your ear. Inhale and exhale, place your right hand forward of your left knee. Bring both arms parallel. Straight arms look forward, inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows and bow over your knee. Inhale, straight arms. Exhale, bow. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and pause. Slide your hands to your knee, right hand on left knee, and turn to look over your left shoulder. Remember to get taller when you inhale and twist when you're empty of breath. Bring both arms alongside your ear. Inhale, exhale, back to center. Send your arms back behind you. This time you're going to place the palms of your hands on the mat behind you, your fingers pointing forward. You're going to press into the mat and open up your heart, a bigger back bend, a big heart opener. Inhale and then exhale, spring off your fingers and come forward over your legs, fold over any amount. And then just unfold. All right. Send your legs out in front of you, shake them out. Rotate them. Yeah, right. Bring your right leg in, your knee comes to your chest. You're gonna hug your leg. And then open it out to the side. So your extended leg is active, meaning your foot is flexed, toes to the ceiling, and your leg muscles are engaged. Inhale, arms up alongside your ears. Your shoulders are square in front of you as if you had both legs straight out. Inhale, and on an exhale, engage your abs and fold over your extended leg any amount. Look up, reach your arm, your right arm up towards the sky, your fingers reaching up, and you're going to follow it with your eyes and bring your hand down by your hip. You're going to shift your weight to your right hand as you come up onto your right shin. Send your arm alongside your ear for a full side body stretch. And remember that most poses are optional. So if this doesn't feel good for you, then you'll stay on your mat. Come back down. Come back down, let it go. And extend your legs. Left knee comes into your chest. Open it out to the side. Inhale, arms straight up. Remember, your right leg, your extended leg is active and coming straight from your hip. Inhale, exhale, lift, lift, extending your spine, and then fold over, hinge from your hips over your extended leg. Let the crown of your head reach away from you. So wherever you are in your fold, keep your spine on a straight line. Release your left arm and follow your fingers as they reach for the sky. As they come down alongside your hip, you can stay right here, or you can come up onto your left shin and stretch your whole side body. And then bring it down. All right. So we're going to do a pigeon leg. We're just going to do a simple pigeon leg, right? So place your right ankle on your left thigh. Your left leg is straight out in front of you. Again, it's long and straight. You're going to bend your left knee, bringing your right leg closer to you. And then you're going to take hold of your foot and your knee, or you'll wrap your arms around your leg. So this is your pigeon leg, yeah? And then you're going to extend your left knee and rock your leg. So when we're in pigeon, this is the shape your leg will take, and it will be later on when we're in a full pigeon, and you will be looking down at your leg on your belly, and then come to center. Take the outside of your foot, send it forward at a right angle, and pause. Your left hand on the mat for support. Straighten your leg or not. You can stay bent. On an inhale, send your right leg out to the right any amount. And then maybe, just maybe, you'll float your left arm. Bring your right leg back to center, pause. Switch the holding of your foot, so bring it into your left hand. Your right hand now is your support. Go across the center line. All right. Place your foot down on your mat outside your left thigh, and wrap your hand, your arm, around your right leg. Look over your right shoulder for another twist. Bring your arm up alongside your ear. You're going to inhale, and you're going to exhale and twist all the way over to the other side. Look over your left shoulder. Extend your right leg, so release everything. So that was our first bird for the evening. We're going to do that on the other side. So cross your left ankle over your right thigh, right? Okay. Bend your right knee, bringing your pigeon leg close to you. Take hold of your foot and your knee, or wrap your arms and extend your right leg. Good. Very good. And rock. And then come to center. Pause, take a breath. Take the pinky edge side of your foot, send it forward at a right angle, and put your right hand and arm alongside your body for support. Lengthen your leg if you wish, or leave it bent. Send it all the way out to the left, but not so far. And it doesn't have to come up that high because you want to maintain a nice long mountain spine. And I just realized I was doing that. I was sliding back. So I'm going to come forward, lower my leg a little, send it out a little bit more, then float your, what is that, right arm. Bring your leg to center, switch the holding of your leg, and send your leg across the midline and float your arm. Great, really good. Bring your foot down outside your right thigh. Wrap your right arm around your left leg and look over your left shoulder. And then come back to center. Extend your legs, and we're now going to come on to hands and knees for a moment. So if you need some padding under your knees, please put a blanket under your knees. Your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. And we're going to do some cats and dogs. So we do that by inhaling as you lower your spine, curl it towards the mat for a dog spine. And exhale, arch your spine to the sky. Notice here how your vertebrae are lined up, all of them lined up for you in different shapes as you move from one pose to the next. Arching in your cat spine and dipping in your dog spine. And continue at your own pace, but notice the shape of your spine as you go from one to the other. How each vertebra lines up for you reminds me of a flock of birds lining up in flight. Then come to a neutral spine. Send your hips to your heels. And send your arms overhead for an extended child's pose. And get comfortable in your child's pose. You might want to widen your knees, sending them a little bit away from each other. And you're going to swing your arms and send them alongside your legs. And let your head drop to the mat, your nose just get as comfortable as your body allows in your Balasana, your child's pose. So notice the shape of your body now. So imagine that you're this little egg. You're an egg. And you're going to extend your left arm overhead on the mat, breaking through the shell. And you come up onto your left fingertips and look under your left arm. Let's see what's out there. And do I really want to go out there? Place the palm of your hand back on the mat. Bring your head to center. Send your right arm out overhead. Onto your fingertips, look underneath your right arm. Place your hand, your palm back down on the mat. And fold. Maybe we don't want to come out just yet. Look between your hands, slide your hands towards your knees and come up on to your knees. So we've broken out of our shell, completely out. But our arms, our wings aren't working quite well yet. So just let them flow. Just let them flow. Yeah. And then bring your arms down. Let's try stepping outside of the shell. Place your right foot forward. Have some blocks handy if we might need them in a moment. And walk your right leg, your right foot away a little bit. You're going to send your arms streaming back behind you. Open up your chest. Inhale, exhale, swing your hips to the back of your leg, your arms overhead for Anjaneyasana. Bird waking up. Exhale, straighten your leg. Inhale, slide forward, arms rise up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Send your wings straight out to the side. And then cross one arm over the other and hug yourself like you're wrapping your wings around you and twist from side to side. And then come to center. Send your elbows up towards the sky, looking up. And then spread your wings. Maybe you're not ready yet. Bring your hands down to the mat. Place your both hands inside your right leg and then send your right leg back next to your left. Good. All right. Let's do that on the other side. Right. Inhale. Slide forward. Exhale, straighten your leg. And bring your hips back over your knee. Inhale, slide forward, hips toward the back of your left leg. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring both arms inside your leg and bring your knee back to the other knee. All right, good. So let's do a little flying here, a little bit more with our arms. Send your arms out to the side. And we're going to do hummingbird wings. So make little tiny circles, like you were tiny little circles, like you were hovering over a flower to drink that nectar, like little hummingbird vibrations. And then begin to make your circles bigger and bigger and bigger, opening up our shoulders and a little bit bigger until they're so big that your fingers are pointing to the mat. Your arms, your fingers go back behind you and forward. Make as big a circle as you can. And then let your fingers reach for the mat. And then we're going to go in the other direction, but we're going to start with the big circles. And then start making them smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until you come to your little hummingbird wings again. All right, and then release everything and roll your shoulders. Yeah, both ways. All right. So while we're here, we had a hummingbird. Let's do a robin's breath, right? So bring your hands to your heart, together at your heart in Anjali Mudra. You're going to inhale, and you're going to exhale, send your fingers in front of you, curl your spine behind you just a little bit. Inhale, fly through the air, pierce the ear. Exhale, curl back. Inhale, bring your hands to your heart. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Once more, exhale, inhale. Oh, inhale, I missed that one. Okay. And release your arms. Great. All right. All right. So before we did a seated pigeon, so let's do a pigeon, but we'll do it later again, maybe. See what time it is. Yeah, I think we can. So step your right leg forward. Bring your hands to the mat or to blocks. Put them here so you can see what I'm doing. And then heel toe your foot all the way over to the left. Now bring your hands to the mat and your back knee is down on the mat, and you're going to open your right knee out to the side. Bring your hands in front of your shin. Slide your left leg back behind you. If your hips are not square on the mat, if both your hips are not on the mat, place a blanket underneath your right hip or a block, whichever you prefer, to even out your spine so your spine stays nice and long and it protects your sacrum, your sacroiliac joint, which is the joint that connects your sacrum to your pelvis, right? And then you're going to come down on your forearms, or you can place one hand on top of the other and use it as a pillow for your forehead for a reclining pigeon. Slide your hands under your shoulders, come onto straight arms. If you have something underneath your hip, remove it. Turn under your left toes. Lift your knee away from the mat. Slide your right leg back to step into downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Okay. So while you're in your dog, get your alignment, chest to thighs, heels toward the floor. You're pushing the mat away with your hands energetically. You're going to come forward to plank, back to down dog. So we're going to try our second way of getting into our pigeon. So you're going to lift your right leg all the way up to the sky. Bend your right knee and open up your hip by sending your right heel towards your left buttock. So you're opening your hip nice and wide. And then you're going to square your hip with the mat. Your knee is still bent. And you're going to slide your knee forward, sending your shoulders forward also, as if you were coming into a plank. But you're going to place your right knee behind and outside your right hand, your left foot, your right foot moving towards your left arm, and then slide your left leg back, and we're back in the pigeon from before. Right. Did we do both sides of the other pigeon? Okay. All right. Okay, good. Turn under your toes. Step into downward facing dog. All right. So we'll do this pigeon first on the other side before we do it the other way. So lift your left leg up to the sky. Bring your right heel down towards the mat as you bend your left leg, foot, Left foot going towards right buttock to open up your hips. Square your hips with the mat. Slide your knee forward and your shoulders. Place your knee behind your left wrist. Slide your right leg back behind you. Let's come into a reclining pigeon. Slide your wrists under your shoulders, straight arms. Turn under your right toes, lift your knee away, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, and you could do that in one step or two, and then help it along by holding onto your ankle. Place your right knee down on the mat. Make a little room for your foot as you heel toe your foot over to the right and bring your left knee down to the mat. Bring your hands in front of your shin. Slide your right leg back behind you. Right. And come down to your reclining pigeon. Remember to put something under your hip if they're not even on the mat. Slide your hands under your shoulders, come to straight arms. Turn under your right toes, lift your knee away from the mat, downward facing dog. And then walk, take a moment, take a couple of breaths, and then when you're ready, walk your feet to your hands. Hang over, Uttanasana. Folded in half, standing. Fly out and up and bring your hands to your heart. All right. So when we're standing, first thing we do is come to Tadasana, to our mountain pose. Your hips are over your ankles. Your shoulders are over your hips. Crown of your head is reaching to the sky. Your chin is level with the earth. Feet rooted in the earth. Crown of your head reaching for the heavens. Send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down, and let your arms fall comfortably by your side to create your mountain. Bring your belly toward your spine, engaging those abdominal muscles, lifting them. Lifting your ribs, making you taller. Inhale, fly out. Exhale, bring that energy to your heart. Inhale. Exhale. Once more, inhale and exhale. All right. We're going to go slowly. If you have blocks, have them handy. Coming to the top of your mat. Inhale, fly out. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, come halfway to a flat back. Your hands can be on your thighs, your shins, or streaming alongside your hips, crown of your head moving forward. Exhale, fold. Hands are on blocks or on the mat. Step your right leg back, all the way back. Low lunge. Notice all 10 toes pointing forward. Yeah. Bring both hands to the mat. Step your left leg back, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg, bend your right knee, and we're going to come into Swan. So Swan is a bit different from Pigeon, but your initial movements are the same. So you have a bent knee, and you're going to slide that knee forward, but you're not going to bend it. You're not going to send it out to the right. You're going to keep going straight like a hovering plank, and you're going to place your knee alongside in between your hands, right? And then place your left knee on the mat. So you're directly over your calf. Here's where blocks come in handy so that you don't put so much weight on your, so much pressure on your knee by coming all the way down. If you can do that comfortably, then go for it. Otherwise, let the blocks, and you can even put them up higher, help you to lift your thigh a little bit away from your calf to put less pressure on your knee. All right. So this is your Swan. You're going to inhale, you're going to exhale, bend your elbows back and dip your beak into the water, into this beautiful lake water. You're going to inhale, unfold. You're gliding on a lake. How beautiful you are, that beautiful, majestic swan, long neck. Keep your head upward towards the sky. And you're going to use your blocks, or you can use hands to slide your hands back behind you. You can stay right here, or you can interlace your fingers, send your knuckles back behind you as if you were putting your wings close to your body, closing your wings, hugging your body with your wings. Release your wings, bring your hands to the mat or to the blocks. Again, use your blocks to help you here. Then place your hands on the mat, turn under your left toes, lift your knee away from the mat, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Right. And place your left foot flat on the mat for warrior one legs. So your legs are in separate lanes. Your front leg is like a low lunge leg. Your back leg is your foot is at a slight angle. You're going to send your arms streaming across alongside your hips, and you're going to bring warrior one up from the earth. You're going to send your arms straight out to the side. And we're going to create eagle warrior. So your left arm is over your right. You can place the backs of your hands together, or you can bring elbow over elbow and wrap your wrists. And bring your thumb to your third eye for eagle arms, the eagle warrior. Inhale, exhale, twist in the direction of your bent knee. Inhale, center. Exhale in the opposite direction. Coming in to warrior two. So step your back leg into a warrior two leg. Your right heel and your left arch are aligned. Yeah. And you're going to spread your wings. Straighten your right leg. Coming in to a triangle. And in triangle, you're stacking one hip over the other. Sorry, you're seeing my back. Oh, come on the other side. And you're looking up at your left hand. So your spine is straight. Triangle has only straight lines. You hear me say that every time, I know, but I will continue to say it. Come back up to warrior two. Windmill your hands down to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. You're going to lift your left leg up to the sky. You're going to bend your knee. You're going to draw it underneath your body, moving your shoulders over your wrists, placing your knee, left knee between your hands. Bring your right knee to the mat. Use your blocks to help you take pressure off your knee. Inhale, exhale, bend your elbows and drink from the water. Maybe there's a little fish down there you might want. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slide your blocks alongside your hips. Can't talk anymore. All right, and lift yourself a little bit off your knee. If you wish, you can interlace your fingers, bringing your wings close to your side body, gliding along this beautiful glassy lake. Inhale, bring your hands to the mat, turn under your right toes, lift your knee away from the mat, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, take as many steps as you need. Flatten your right foot onto the mat. Swing your arms alongside your hips and bring your warrior up from the earth. Send your arms straight out to the side. Right over left for eagle warrior. Garuda, Garudasana is the eagle pose. Garuda is our bird right here, our bird warrior. Inhale, exhale, twist in the direction of your bent knee. Inhale to center, exhale into eagle warrior two. Yeah. All right. And then spread your wings. Straighten your left leg. Lift your hips, stacking your hips one over the other, opening up your heart. Triangle. Come back to warrior two. Windmill your hands alongside your front foot. Swivel back into low lunge. Step forward. Uttanasana. Fly out and up and down the center line. And shake yourself out. Right. So we're going to make our way back down to the mat. And we have a couple more birds we're going to do. So bring yourself all the way down and come to sit. And I'll turn this way. Okay. So place your legs so that one is in front of the other instead of crisscross. Is that possible? Yeah, that's good. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Right. All right. And sit nice and tall. And you're going to step your right foot in front of your left ankle. Okay. And then you're going to take your foot in your hands. And just wait a second, take a breath. On an inhale, you will extend, straighten your leg or keep it bent. That's okay too. And bring your nose toward your knee, toward. You don't have to touch it, just go in that direction. For Heron pose, crown Chasana. Bend your right knee, bring your knee back to the mat. Now switch the crossing of your leg, your left foot in front. Okay. Step your left foot on the mat. Take your foot. You think about using your abs whenever you are in a position where you will be putting some strain on your lower back. You want to engage those abdominal muscles. You may be doing that automatically, but it's good to make an extra effort to use those abs when you're straightening your leg. Or not. For Heron, bend your knee and send both your legs straight out in front of you. Good. All right. Come to Dandasana, hands alongside your hips, fingers pointing forward, legs active, feet flexed, elbows pointing back, push into the mat to get taller a little bit. Inhale your arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale your right hand to your left foot or ankle or calf, whichever you comfortably reach. Your left arm reaches back behind you. Look for your left hand. Follow your left arm as your fingers reach up for the sky and your left wrist crosses over your right wrist and fold over your legs. Keep your knees bent if your hamstrings are yelling at you. Release your right arm, send it back behind you, and look for your hand. Send your fingers up overhead. Cross your wrists, fold over into a cross-armed Paschimottanasana, Western stretch. Exposing the moon side of your body. Imagine a bird flying across a full moon, or maybe that's a bat. Oh dear. Release your wings and come up to sit. Send your arms straight out in front of you, palms facing each other. Inhale, exhale, send your fingers past your feet or as far as you comfortably go. Remember, you're hinging at your hips. Inhale, slide your whole torso back. Exhale, like you're rowing a boat. Keep your back as flat as possible. You don't want to curl it here. And then the next time you're sliding back, bring your forearms to the mat and make your way down onto your back. And when you get there, bring your feet to the mat. Lengthen your spine, lift your hips, and send them over just an inch or two, maybe 1 inch is all you need to flatten your back a little bit, your hips toward your heels. So we're going to come back to our the beginning of this class. Cross right ankle over left knee. Bring your left leg into your chest, carrying your right leg along with it. You're going to thread your right arm in through that window and wrap your hands, both hands, around your left thigh. Keep your right foot flexed. Use your right elbow to move your knee away. So we're back to a pigeon foot. So what you're going to do now is take your foot and your knee in your hand, just like we did when we were sitting, and then lengthen your left leg along the mat so it's flat on the mat. And your pigeon leg is somewhere toward your chest. You're going to inhale your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, send it back down. Continue 4 more times. And release it. Release your right leg. Bring both feet to the mat. Left ankle on right thigh. Bring your right knee into your chest. Take the back of your right thigh. Flex your left foot for your Tapatasana, your supine pigeon. Then take your foot and your knee and release your right leg straight along the mat. Lift your right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale. Exhale 4 more times. and bring it down. Uncross your legs. So we're going to take 1 minute in an inversion, a gentle inversion. So you're going to take a block or a blanket, lift your hips, slide the block or blanket so that your sacrum rests on the block, on the flat edge of the block. So that's just below your waist. And then send one leg up and the other leg up for a little bit of an inversion, a gentle inversion. So, and imagine your legs are against a wall, your hips and legs against the wall, so your legs shouldn't be coming close to your nose. And just relax. Allow the excess fluids to drain from your legs. Allow your blood pressure to equalize. And your heartbeat begins to slow down in this pose. Bend your knees, bring your feet to the mat, lift your hips if you have anything underneath, and make your way into Shavasana, sending one leg straight out and then the other, and allowing them to open comfortably, splay open, completely relaxed. Your arms rotate so that the palms face upward. Close your eyes, come back inside. And follow your breath once again as you allow your whole back body to surrender to gravity. Letting all your muscles, your joints, letting everything reset and renew. Just relax. Maybe you'll think about flying over a valley and seeing all the beautiful greens and browns and all the different colors below you. Take a deep breath and then let it go. Roll your head from side to side. Make gentle movements with your hands and your feet. Send your arms overhead, back behind you, your feet in the opposite direction for full body stretch. And then bring your knees into your chest, hug them, and roll from side to side. And come to center. And release your legs and roll over onto whichever side you prefer to come into a fetal position. And when you're ready, come up to sit. And bring your hands together at your heart when you get there, seated. And we're going to seal this practice with the chanting of Ohm. And we'll do that on an out breath. So take a breath in. Om. Thank you so much for being with me tonight. Namaste.